my favorite things to do and what I'm known for is to just break all the stereotypes and rules. What is it that you need in order to be who you're meant to be? So it's been a journey over 4 decades of finding who the hell am I on this planet, and what is it that doesn't let me say what I think and what I feel. So it's been a journey. I try to put it all into, a little bit over 200 pages with sharing the raw experiences of my life, but also kind of taking the reader through guided self-discovery process, if you wish, because I know we have so many pieces, right? We are not just one thing, as you say in the description. Is like people ask me like, who you are, what do you know, like, what's your title? Well, I have no title on my business card, because I work so hard to break all the boxes and don't fit just in one thing. And finally allowing myself to be whomever the hell I want to be today. And tomorrow I get to be whomever the hell I want to be tomorrow. Well, my favorite things to do and what I'm known for is to just break all the stereotypes and rules, because it's been way too long, and especially in this entrepreneurial space. When I started with coaching 4 years ago, I don't know about you guys or if you're the beginning of the journey, but for me it was really, really hard. It was really hard to, I tried to understand what the hell is it that I'm supposed to be doing. So I basically took everything that those teachers and mentors taught me and apply. And I never considered, do I like this or do I not like it? Does this sound like me or not? I just took it and applied and took it and applied and took it and applied. And while I believe that that's the way to grow and learn and implement and transform, now I got into a space like, it doesn't feel right to you, don't freaking take it. Because you know in your guts, if that's not you, if that's not your voice, if that's not your style, if that's not your personality. So with that, it's really taking you into a space where you, okay, those are the rules. We are in this game, right? Those are the rules, but I don't like them. So then I need to put myself into take a brave space, access some courage and say, what are the rules that I choose, that I like, because this is my freaking game, is my life, right? So I know people relate more to, when I say breaking the rules, but actually, I'm not breaking any freaking rules. It's like, you have your rules, you get to keep them. I'm not going to break them. I'm just going to go over here and create my own. And when we do that, we also take the responsibility that it might or it might not work, especially when we step into a new space we've never been before. But I can be here, take your rules, and then I apply it, and I'm not feeling good about it, and it doesn't work. So then what's my psyche is going to do? It's going to blame Amanda. Your rules are not working, right? And in my work, I'm not available for that. Like my clients know, it's like, your results, it's up to you. I'm not responsible for how much you heal, you grow, you transform. I'm here to hold the space where I'm gonna kick your ass, where I'm gonna trigger the shit out of you, where we're gonna look at the things that you don't want to look. And then I'm going to support you to walk through the process, to release, to heal, to figure out what is it that you want to do next. But if you're going to do it or not, that's not up to me. So it looks like we break the rules, but we don't. What we do, we step into a brave space, and we are being courageous and curious to identify what the hell are my own rules. That is all we are doing. And we are co-creating new rules for me, new rules for you, and they don't need to be the same. I think the idea of system, like I'm not available for magic steps, that. And at the same time, I'm the one who apply all of that from the beginning because I didn't have anything else. Now, hear me out. Before we discharge all of this, just look, there are two different spaces and there are two different energies here. When you just started and you don't know what the hell, where to go, what's my next step, those systems and steps, they're really good. They're really good because they put you into a space. You get to try things. The part that I don't think it's taught enough is to, while I did the damn thing, to look back and say, hey, what did I like? What did I not like? I call it AAR, after action review, when we actually, we look at like, what did I like? What did I like? How this responded? Yeah, and all the things. And then step into the space where it's like, what is it that I want? How I would like to do it? What did I learn from this, right? So it's not so much about apply the steps and then you're going to put $1 million in a bank. It's about, those are the steps that I applied that I put $1 million in a bank, and it might work or it might not work for you. So, but it is my system. And it might not work for you, but I'm happy to share with you what I did. So that's one thing. And the other thing, no, I have an intermediate one before I get there. In my work, like in my training, what I learned from the first phase is that I will always share with my clients about what it worked for me and what it didn't, and how I done it. Like just being transparent and say, hey, this is the shit that I've been doing. Oh, and now I'm here, I'm on the floor. But you could do the same things and you don't have to fail. It might work brilliant for you, right? But it's about sharing my experience because we are co-creating here, right? And then the next phase, the next energy, not necessarily phase, is when you are in this arena long enough, we don't know how much, a month, a year, 10 years, we don't know, to have your own data, then you get to create your own damn system. Because like, if you only have a client, doesn't matter what you offer, if it's a product, if it's a service, if it's whatever, right? You are leading some people to do some things, right? If you only have one client and then you apply the system and it didn't work, I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's not sufficient data. Go get 10, go get 300, and then come to me and then we could have a conversation. But I guarantee you, after you have 300 or 500, you will not even need to come to me. You'll be like, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know who I like, I know who I don't like, right? Same goes for hot hooks, same goes for niches, same goes for everything. You start from where you start. We start with whatever speaks to you in a moment. But please, for the name of God, do not think that it's gonna work. Don't take it because it's gonna give you the results. Take it for the reason of, I don't have anything and this could help me take one step. And that's it. It's your own data. It's in there. I care about the client's testimonials and reviews or whatever. I do care, but that doesn't tell me what's next step for me. What really tells me what next step is for me is that to look back to say, okay, those are the things that I like, what I don't like. What am I feeling inspired to do? I always go with what I'm feeling inspired to do, what I'm desiring next, what I'm called to be doing next, and take with me only the pieces that I loved from previous experience. Even like there might be pieces that work really well, but I just don't feel like doing them anymore. So at the beginning, I had quite a few glitches with some of my mentors where, we were working on niche and hot hook and all the things. And I didn't feel right. And it just didn't make sense. And I also didn't have the language how to explain that. But I just hope that at least one person in this group is going to get this, like, this is the only thing that you needed from this conversation. Is that when we are in this personal growth and getting closer to who we really are and learning how to step into our power and our purpose, and if we want to do that, like that, it's such a vast open space, like unlimited, right? And then the idea of putting me into a box is just have me feel like I'm suffocating. And I didn't know how to explain that. So for me, niche and hot hook and all the terminology and the things that I understand, the mechanics of it, and I understand the importance of it, right, in marketing and so on. With the client is like, what is it that you want to do now? Not even next, because next after when it's next, no, now. What is it that you want to do now that is going to make your soul jump with joy? That is like, you know, and you know, and you know in your bones that this is what you want to do. So nothing could stop you. So you say what it is. Okay, that's your hot hook. You tell me what it is. That's your niche. You tell me how you're going to do it. That's your system. But it's now. Tomorrow, not for the next 10 years. It's just now. What is it that you want to do now? What can I do now? What would make me feel better now? What is one step that I could take right now that is going to get me closer to what is it that I dream and desire? It's all about now. Who do I would love to talk now? I don't know who to call. I don't know how to talk. Okay, but if you will know, like, who would you like that person to be? Oh, I would like to be this, and that. Okay, make a list. How many people you know like this, and that? Start calling. So it's all in the present because, hey, I have big dreams and I make my plans and my vision like I'll be living for 300 years. It just feels right to me. But am I going to be here tomorrow or next month or next year? I don't know. So that tells me that is like, what is it that I'm doing today? I'm going to put my makeup on because that's what makes me feel good. I don't care that I work from home. I don't care all the things like, oh, just to show up with no makeup to be, because that feels good for you. Great. What feels good for me is to put the freaking mascara on and some lip gloss because I know that I have this moment. I don't know what's next.